I think once 1v1 is going to be really big again after Split 2 is done, because after Split 2 is done, that's when 1s and 2s are going to be back in RLCS. There's going to be, what do you call it, 1v1 and 2v2 qualifiers, I believe in July? Or is it, no, it's June, isn't it? Yeah, it's June. So this upcoming few months, March, April, is 3v3 RLCS online. And then May is the major, the Paris major. And then June is going to be the 1v1 and the 2v2 qualifiers for NAEU, MENA. And that's an open net miss for Rezears. Did have a top angle. Probably could have scored that though. Yeah, NAEU, MENA, and SAM all have their quals in June. Oh, nice little toe poke in the half volley there by Mawkzy. To go up by 1. Yeah, I can make a prediction for you guys if you want to get stuck in. Well done to all of you who predicted Jack in the last one. You were right, I was wrong. I should have backed my business partner more than I did. Well, start at who wins, Mawkzy or Rezears. You guys got a little bit of a preview of how they're going to go. Rezears equalizing with the ceiling shot. Mawkzy ceiling challenge. Didn't expect the ceiling double out of Rezears, clearly. Yeah, Rezears has been looking really good in RLCS recently. He's been peaking for his threes career. Oh, somebody joined the match. Interesting. I don't know if Rezears or Mawkzy leaked the name pass. I do have admin, so we could just like remake it with the exact same scoreline if somebody comes in and trolls. I don't know if somebody from Rezears or Mawkzy's stream just guessed the details. I probably should have considered that. I was like, oh, I'll just hide my stream when I make the match, but of course people can see these guys on their streams. Hopefully it didn't cause any lag. Sometimes there's a lag spike when somebody joins. I don't think that's as big of a deal in ones. There's less people in the lobby to begin with. Oh, that's what you said, Shame? Wait, is that Jack's mum's Twitch account? Oh! Thought Mawkzy might be own goaling there, but he avoided contact. Yeah, shame on me for not predicting Jack. But you know, I don't want to curse him. I don't want to put too much pressure on him by predicting him to win. If I predict him to lose, it sort of gives everybody low expectations for him. Nice save. And then any result is a good result. Oh, Rezears off the post, does get the equalizer. Nice recovery. That's apparently mum. That's awesome. Yeah, nah, Jack, he played really well. This VV Meshal, get out. You're not funny. You're not cool. Nobody likes you. And he's joined Spectator Voice channel. How can I kick people? Love you, Johnny. Leave. Well done. Now leave. If he doesn't leave, thank you. Oh, he did leave actually. Thank you, Mawkzy. But yeah, if somebody joins, I just have to immediately pause and remake, so it just stalls, it just delays us. Like, we have got pause, so it's not the end of the world, but tell Mawkzy to leave. I'm not going to tell Mawkzy to leave. Like that. For goodness sake. This is the bad thing about this is just encouraging more people to try and do this. And if one person's guessed the name password from Rezears, oh wow, what flick. Of course we should expect that when Mawkzy's in the pitch. Yeah, now that one person's done that, because my name password was apparently too terrible, too easy to guess, then more people are going to be spam guessing it. Alright, these guys are just Flick Simulator right now. What's going on? 4-4. Let's lock in and see if anybody can get any kickoff success. Rezears going heavy in the outside, so did Mawkzy, but Rezears more so. No, don't DDoS me, please. Don't do this. Oh, Rezears is on fire. What a shot. went for the first reset near the halfway line, a second reset at the edge of the box. Bar down with the finish. That's just insane. Rezears has scored, in my opinion, the best double reset that I can remember in RLCS this season. If somebody can link me a better one, I'll gladly change my mind, because it is very difficult to remember every goal that ever happened. But his cross map double reset in RLCS, I think it wasn't it in Regional 2, was absolutely ridiculous. He took off from his own backboard and started flying towards the mid boost. But by the time he was at the opponent's goal, he was shooting across the goal again. The Rawas one was also really good. The Daniel one, I think, wasn't quite as good as Rezears. It wasn't as much of an angle change. It was very good, obviously, but I think Rezears was better than Daniel. Didn't they put Daniels higher in the list of goals of the season at the Boston Major? I'm pretty sure the desk, or whoever was in charge of making the top 10 goals of the season, they ranked Daniel's double reset higher than Rezears, which is total NA bias. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Absolute NA bias. Not only was the goal less meaningful in terms of what series it was played in and what time in the series it happened, it was a not that important series, and it was also game 1, as opposed to super important series, game 6. Apart from that, Rezears' goal was just better mechanically as well, so situationally and mechanically Rezears was better. I don't know how on earth, other than NA bias, that full NA talent team put Daniel's goal ahead. But yeah, I mean, they were a full NA talent team in North America, so I guess we can cut them some slack. They want to appease the local audience or something. Yeah, Rawas's was a little bit different, so that's where it becomes more subjective. When you're ranking like goals that are very different types of goals against each other, it becomes harder to agree. But yeah, Rezears and Daniels were super similar. It was quite easy to compare. Alright, Rezears against one of the groups. I think Mawkzy probably is the favorite in his group. Just because this is a tournament. Tournament Mawkzy is better than Showmatch Mawkzy. So the rest of this group comprising Atto, Rezears, Toxic, you would have to favor Mawkzy to come out on top of it. But Rezears up against the group favorite, currently ahead by 2. And it's not a matchup he's struggled all that much with in the past. Rezears has had a lot of success against Mawkzy. Mawkzy does have a winning record against him, but Rezears pretty much always takes games and has taken series off Mawkzy in the past. Yeah, he did just beat him, but that's a show match though. I'm thinking, you know, tournaments are different. And I know this is just group stage, so it's probably not as big of a deal. But yeah, Showmatch Mawkzy's never been as good, so as Showmatch NAS has never been as good as the tournament variations of themselves. Yeah, maybe that'll start to take place in the playoffs tomorrow, but today, group stage, they're not as bothered. There's no prize money associated with winning group stage matches. It's all in the playoffs. All the prize money is going to the top 4 in this tournament, actually. The majority to the winner in second place, of course. In terms of matchups, I think Mawkzy does have to be a bit careful here, because if he loses this one to Rezears, of course Atto can beat Mawkzy as well. That is just a matchup that Mawkzy can lose straight up, because Atto's incredible. And then you've also got Toxic in the group, who might be coming in as the lowest seed in the group, but is one of the players from that kind of skill range that has got the best matchup against Mawkzy. There's not many players around Toxic's level who have done as well against Mawkzy in the past as Toxic has. Yeah, Fear might have just crafted an anti-Mawkzy group here, is what I'm saying. He might have just finally put together a group of players who Mawkzy's not going to like playing against. But let's see, can he lock in? Can he produce the level that we know he's capable of? The runner-up from the Ones World Championship. Rezears has deserved the game win so far. He's been confident in the air. He's been decisive on the ground. And oh my word, he just flicks it into next week. from the edge of the box, no less. Look at Mawkzy POV on this. I mean, Rezears flicks it from outside of the box, and it's just still too fast. Interesting to note as well, on both of Rezears' last 2 shots, he has not hit the crossbar on the way in. It's been a little bit below the crossbar. And I don't highlight that as a criticism. I highlight that to point out that it's actually harder to save. Oh my word, Rezears is absolutely peaking. It's 3-0. He can't miss. He actually cannot miss right now. It's just immediate. Yeah, especially true on the first shot that Rezears scored this game. It's easier for the goalkeeper if the ball's right next to the crossbar, because then suddenly you can save it with a crossbar pinch. Whereas if it's a bit lower, you can't do that, and you actually need to get more behind the ball in order to make a save. Than if the ball is touching the crossbar, you could just get barely inside it. All you need to be is 1% inside the ball and you're pinching it. Alright, Mawkzy gets back-to-back kickoff goals and he's right back in this. Rezears losing on the inside, so expect to see him go to the left here. Try to avoid that same thing happening twice. He indeed does go to the left. Ceiling challenge by Mawkzy. Textbook flying right in line with the ball, but Rezears makes it look easy going past him. I mean, this is just, it is a textbook ceiling challenge. Like, he's floating down right behind the ball, but Rezears just lobs it. So it doesn't matter. You're too low now because you're not up against a straight shot, you're against a lob. Delicate touch from Rezears. Demo from Mawkzy. The ball's already on target. Mawkzy will make sure of it. It was, in the end of the day, a bit careless by Rezears to be flipping that close to Mawkzy. One of the players who's the absolute top tier in spotting opportunities to demo his opponent. Rezears switching sides. Another off-the-wall aerial, this time to ceiling. Mawkzy fake ceiling challenge, trying to mix up his defense, and instead of shooting, Rezears just fakes him out as well. Mawkzy's a bit tilted by this one because he just cannot find a way to stop Rezears. He tried shadowing, he tried defending his net early in the game, that didn't work. Now he's tried a ceiling challenge, that didn't work either. Fake ceiling challenge, still doesn't work. So Mawkzy can't be faulted for his ideas. He has switched up his defensive strategy several times here. But Rezears has had an answer to every single one of those adaptations. Mawkzy off target with a pinch. Again, Rezears making way to the mid boost. Mawkzy got a bump on him from behind. No demo though, and the shot is good for 6-3. Rezears is clinical. Mawkzy will be a bit annoyed that wasn't a demo. It looked like it could be. Must have been pretty close. Both players just single jumping into the ball there. Nobody using their wave dash. Just holding position. Double tap clear by Rezears. Mawkzy thought he had more boost than he actually did, or thought Rezears had more boost than he actually did, I should say, because Rezears had nothing. Mawkzy got faked, expecting a touch that never came. Mawkzy's going to go for the demo here. There is. He's so good at that. He just like drives beside somebody and then slams into them. If you, like I have, I've watched Mawkzy a lot, you can see that coming, but when you're in the game against him, it's a different story. It's really hard to know if that's what he's lining up for. Very good at disguising his intentions. Mawkzy stays away from the immediate shot. He's actually cut in field before the boost grab. I am surprised by that. I thought he might just take the boost steal there. Instead, he went for the immediate goal and it's not worked. Rezears will be getting one eventually, surely. No, he actually runs away to mid. Heard Mawkzy coming in behind him. Missed opportunity for Rezears, there's no doubt about it. Still got a great position for himself. Ground to air dribble, sees where Mawkzy is, bumps him out of the way, and Mawkzy just cannot catch a break. He's tried everything. He really has tried everything against Rezears' aerial game. He even tried flying away this one. Wow, Rezears blocked him a second time. Did you guys see that? Mawkzy could have dive bombed to save that on his goal line, but Rezears was in front of him on the back wall, so Mawkzy had to slow down his dive bomb save. And it caused him to miss. Oh, is that the guy who was like joining earlier? Sorry, I am going to have to block you because I don't want you to spam add me. Nothing personal, I just don't want the notification. I feel like a bit of a jerk whenever I do that, but a lot of people, when I play them in Rocket League, they add me and I have to block them because I'm like, I really don't want notifications. If I decline, if I just click no, I know they're going to add me again, so I just have to block. It's not ego, it's just necessary. Not personal, it's just business. It's just business. 5-7, Mawkzy again, trailing as we get towards the final minute of the game. But not by too much. Oh! Beautiful finish by Mawkzy there. What did Rezears see on this one? Yeah, not much you can do there. He's just hoping Mawkzy misses. There's no point pre-jumping. You might just own goal if you do. And Mawkzy is so good at turning kickoff possessions into goals. Just very quick at getting a goal-scoring opportunity and keeping his opponent at bay. He's all over him here. Mawkzy drive through with the demo. The ball's in a great spot. Rezears with the intelligent near post spawn though. Gets in the way of it. Just going for height on this one. He didn't want that to land soon. Give Mawkzy the counter attack easily. Here comes Mawkzy again though. Looks around, sees Rezears flipping away. Delayed air dribble bump is good for 7-7. Mawkzy is really good at looking around the ball like that. As soon as he saw the flip away from Rezears, he knew he had space to set up the air dribble bump. If you're wondering why is Rezears flipping there, isn't that telegraphing his movement? Well, you're right, it is telegraphing his movement. But you also knows against Mawkzy, he was too close. You cannot shadow close against Mawkzy because he can just flick the ball into your net. And if you're too close, you have to gain speed. Don't have boost, you have to flip. It's just the downside of playing Mawkzy is you have to respect the flick at all times, and not just the top left flick. Mawkzy's been working on his top right flick as well. There it is. A terrifying sight, a Mawkzy that can flick in both directions. How did you guys gamble on this one? What was the divide? Let me check. Oh wow, 80% on Mawkzy. I think Mawkzy is a favorite in this matchup, but those are some unbelievable Rezears odds. Yeah, people crying about Mawkzy kickoff goal. Rezears has had so many kickoff possessions that lead into goals as well. It's just that he tends to go for a wall play that results in a goal. Mawkzy prefers to just pepper shots on net. Nice play, Rezears ties it with a double. 12 seconds to go. Dispossesses Mawkzy in the midfield. Very well executed double tap. Tough to do that in close quarters. You didn't know the lore that Mawkzy couldn't flick the other way. It's not that he can't flick the other way, it's just his flick that direction is usually much less powerful. That's open. That's a goal. Mawkzy by 1 with 2 seconds left. Rezears caught in the back corner out of position. He thought he could stay with the play there. Underestimated Mawkzy. Rezears gets it into the air. Actually, it was Mawkzy got it into the air. Rezears puts it on target. Mawkzy saves. Had to be careful, but it was a routine save at the end of the day. And that is going to be 1-1. Alright guys, I got to run and refill my water, so I'm not going to ready up here, but the game will start in a minute. Rezears blew that. I mean, low-key, I guess, but I wouldn't say it was a throw. I think Rezears made, small mistakes at the end of the game, but you have to give credit to Mawkzy for the comeback. I didn't see anything insane by Rezears, like just any real massive throws. And the lead wasn't gigantic either. It was a small lead, so I'd say credit to Mawkzy on that comeback. Good execution. Oh, Rezears completely caught out in the back corner. This is how he lost the last game. Not entirely the same sequence, but still similar in the sense that Rezears is in the back corner and he's losing all his momentum, and most 50-50s in that position are going to favor the defender, so I'm a bit surprised to see Rezears going into the corner in that manner. Quick trip on Mawkzy before he plays for the mid boost. Rezears has a bouncing ball, but it's not in a great position. Mawkzy keeping it tight at the near post. Had to make a 3-point turn though on that same post. Open net though for Mawkzy again. Rezears out of the game. And these are not mistakes you can afford to make against Mawkzy. It's 2 goals for Mawkzy, and Rezears has not been home for either of them. It's that old stat which seems to just always follow the winners in Rocket League, especially in 3v3 RLCS. Behind the ball stat. I'm sure you ballchasing.com enjoyers know what I'm talking about. I think Mawkzy missed a small pad here, did he? He needed to get 1 more small pad to save this. Yeah, and he just missed it. He didn't get any. Yeah, if you guys sort, if you like go to any Rocket League event, especially the most recent major, and you sort the player games by percentage behind ball, what that means is what percentage of a game has a player spent between the ball and their goal, as opposed to in front of the ball and like upfield, between the ball and the opponent's goal. And if you do that, you're going to see that the highest percentage behind ball games are almost all game wins. And if you want to find a game loss where somebody's been behind the ball a lot, you have to scroll pretty far down. It is one of the most winningest stats in Rocket League, and obviously it makes sense, because when you put the ball past opponents, that's how you score, is by hitting the ball past them. So it might just be, you know, correlation instead of causation. But it does make me think, could you mold an entire playstyle around being behind the ball, and what would that look like? I'd love to see a team trying it, because it doesn't necessarily mean that you're playing defensively. You can be behind the ball by a car length, and it still counts as behind ball. You don't need to be in your own half grabbing back corner boost. You could be behind the ball, and Mawkzy's behind the ball now. This is, you know, this is behind ball. Would you say it's passive? Not really. It's a very aggressive thing. It's actually just his perfect textbook. Flick top bins, nothing you can do about it. But yeah, a lot of players and a lot of teams in Rocket League like to linger upfield and, you know, go for bumps, redirects, demos, boost steals, which can all situationally be useful. But it does make you think, are those things in fact less useful than just having more bodies in the way of the opponent's progress? More bodies, more challenges that they have to go through, more players that they have to outplay. I'd love to see a team seriously experiment with it, just make a whole play style around being goal side of the ball all the time. And if you aren't goal side, trying to be, you know, try and be on the wrong side of the ball as briefly as possible. That was a crazy save by Rezears. Heavy touch by Mawkzy, didn't mean to do that. He's trying to set up a shot there. He accidentally overhit it. Now it's stable for Rezears defensively. Mawkzy, quick counter-attack down the middle though. Really nicely done. Not as conventional to pass the ball to yourself off the back corner wall as it is the back wall itself. But Mawkzy makes it work, and again, Rezears in front of the ball while the ball is going towards his net. He's not at home to make saves. Yeah, for sure, if you guys are looking to rank up, it's definitely a play style that will take you pretty far. I'm not saying that you should never go in front of the ball for redirects or mid boost grabs or, you know, forward boost steals, demos, etc. But what you should probably think about if you're trying to rank up from lower to middle ranks is don't be ahead of the ball and out of the game. If you are ahead of the ball, you want to make sure that you can get back behind the ball before anything bad happens. So if it looks like your team has full control in a very strong position, being in front of the ball is fine. But if it looks like your team might lose control here and it's actually going to be the other team in attack, you need to have the capability of getting back quickly. Yeah, okay, Mawkzy just can't figure out a way to get anywhere near Rezears' aerial game. Rezears' first touch is just so annoying for Mawkzy to deal with, because it's so far away from all of the walls, it's so far away from the ceiling. Just beautiful aerial control by Rezears. But yeah, it's not a be-all and end-all. You are allowed to go upfield. It's probably more, I think in Rocket League, especially in 3v3, If you want to make redirects, bumps, and demos, boost steals more of a part of your offense in front of the ball plays, just look for opportunities where they happen naturally, because trust me, you're not going to need to try and go ahead of the ball in Rocket League. It is going to happen by itself. Sometimes you're just going to get outplayed. Look at that, now you're ahead of the ball. Sometimes you're going to miss the ball. You're now ahead of the ball. Like, it's just going to happen. You don't need to force it. Anyway, final minute now. Rezears in a phenomenal position. 6-4. Let's see if he can convert on game 3. 49 seconds left. Does like to go to the outside in a lot of his kickoffs. It's Mawkzy's preference also. Oh, good hit. Rezears. Maybe too good of a hit. He's hit the crossbar. Still an excellent position. He's got Mawkzy where he wants him. Mawkzy doesn't have the momentum to play for the demo. Has to settle for chain bumps instead. They're actually very effective there. It's not what he wanted though. He's trying to demo in the follow through. Mawkzy's being very sneaky here. He's trying to demo Rezears. Rezears saw it coming. He dodges it and, oh, careful. As long as he doesn't own goal. He is going to be 2-1 up in the series. Perfect start to the group for Rezears. Floor double attempt. Not going to work, but that'll still be enough for Rezears to confirm the Game 3 victory. Double match point to the German. Like I said earlier, yeah, looking like a tough group for Mawkzy stylistically. Rezears has just been fantastic today in offense. Why do you think we're not seeing the like demo chaser role in RLCS anymore? Well, we do see it. It's just that the casters didn't talk about it. The desks didn't really talk about it too much at the major. Maybe they did actually. I'll be honest. I don't really listen to the casting when I'm watching the stream, and when we're repartying in person, you don't really hear anything. So I didn't hear anything, but I didn't notice it being talked a lot about online either on socials, which leads me to believe it wasn't really a main storyline. But Atto is really demoing a lot. Atto demos a ton. So, oh my goodness, Mawkzy just lets it roll in. The BM 1-0. I'm trying to remember the number. I think, was it 12 demos? Let me just check how many demos Atto got against NRG in the longest overtime at the tournament. Yeah, he had 12 demos. Which, yes, it's a long overtime, 10 minutes, but that is still a ton of demos on a team who are not easy. NRG are not easy to demo. Atto demoed them 12 times, which is an insane number. It's the most I've seen in a while. So, yes, there are still some players who play very head of the ball and very demo heavy. It's just not, it just wasn't as talked about, so yeah, probably I think the casters and the desk are the ones who create those kind of storylines for the most part, and they went with other storylines. That's crossbar, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's okay though. Mawkzy got the demo. I was wondering when he went for this. I was like, this isn't it. Like, that's not on target, but if he gets the demo, then it's not a problem. He can just turn around and score it. Why can't Mawkzy convert anything to threes? Is it just his playstyle? It's partly his playstyle, but also partly, I think, his just his preference. Like, he has always talked about how he just likes being a content creator and likes being a 1v1 guy. That's just something he's always enjoyed, even before there was RLCS 1v1. But, oh, careful. Nicely done. Rezears didn't expect that bounce. He thought it was coming down, and it actually just bounces straight back at him. Look at this. Thought it's going down, and he's like, oh, it's actually up. Second jump, lean back. Yeah, he's had a couple of forays into 3v3, but nothing too serious. I mean, being a pro is not easy. You have to scrim a lot. There's like a lot of replay review stuff. There's usually, if you're with some of the bigger teams, there's other commitments as well. Oh, what a save by Rezears off the inside of his own post. Another good save, but it's going to be Mawkzy in it eventually, and although that looks BM, I think he does in fact just mean what a save. He did mean it, because that was a crazy good save. Yeah, Mawkzy could for sure be a good, he could be a good threes player if he put his mind to it, because he's super mechanical. and his aerial game is very strong as well. But you'd have to really lock in 100% on that for a while. Like, you'd have to leave content and ones as a secondary objective and make his main thing 3v3, because there's too many teams and too many players, especially in Europe, who are all in with 3v3, and they're really giving it everything they've got. So unless Mawkzy's willing to do that, you're not going to see him make the same jump that players like Nas and more recently Diaz have started making. Great play. Rezears with another ceiling double, and this one's on. Doesn't even need a follow-up. But yeah, definitely Mawkzy would have a lot to learn in threes. He would have a long way to go, but his potential's there. If you can get this good at 1v1, you can obviously get good at threes, because 3v3 is a lot easier mechanically than ones is. And the strategy is, I think it's also, it's not that deep. There is strategy, and there are play styles, and there is strategy to 3v3, but it's nothing crazy. It's not chess. You know, it's Rocket League for crying out loud. It's saved by Rezears. Covering high, blocking low. Do you think he should team with other ones players to help him transition? Maybe guys who used to be ones players. I think somebody like Jack, no bias, would be very good at helping Mawkzy get good at threes. He's got experience making that transition from being a ones rat, full air dribble bump, flick, main. And he's also just, I think, you know, if you're going to learn Rocket League from someone, it might as well be apparently Jack !TNR. Link in the description. It'd be interesting to see that one day. Jack, Mawkzy, who would your third be? What do you think? Who would they need for a third? I think they need someone else who's like threes focused. Jarias? Just run back Jack Jarias again. Why not? Jack Jarias, Mawkzy. What a team. It wasn't the first thought that came to mind. I think they've probably tried that enough. Oh! Rezears with a skim towards his own net. He fakes it on the recovery. Mawkzy left absolutely stunned. He was actually stun locked by that. What a sequence. Rezears searches for a team. Oh yeah, was Rezears leaking stuff? Whoa! Mawkzy slams the post. That was a great shot, but not quite good enough. He's still up by 1 though, in the hunt for a game 5. What was it Rezears leaked on stream recently? There's gotta be something. Mawkzy air dribble bump again. Rezears almost gets back to it, but not quite. 2-goal game. Yeah, somebody in chat must have seen this. I can look it up on Reddit if you don't remember. But I think he leaked something. Because he was speaking German on his live stream, but then somebody just came in and translated. Ah, he was meant to join Man City and they went with someone else last minute. Very interesting. What a ceiling challenge by Rezears, my goodness. He was meant to go to Man City, but it fell through last minute. Oh, Rezears has to reverse away from that one. He was just getting tripped. Oh, wait a minute, no! He's rewarded! There's no such thing as karma. He reverses out the headlock and then just half flips into a bump and a double tap. Not really a double tap. A low rebound. Yeah, didn't Rezears say he's got an NA offer as backup, which people have been speculating could be M80 or something like that. Oh, Rezears is back in front. Mawkzy, oh dear, he's giving it to him. That was super unnecessary. He gave the ball to Rezears and then he drove forward. No, the loser's not out. This is just group stage, so it's not the end of the world, but Rezears winning would be insane. Drive kickoff. Gets him into midfield. This is... Oh, careful. It's a very good position as long as he doesn't own goal. 15 seconds left. Rezears going to continue as he started with aerial offense. Mawkzy defends 1, but he's going to need to defend another. He needs a goal, but he's got some defending to do first. Fake ground pinch by Rezears. And then a perfect top bins finish. That's game over. With 1 second, Mawkzy's got absolutely no chance. He calls GG's. And ladies and gentlemen, Rezears has done it. He takes down Mawkzy in a tournament setting. It is group stage, like I keep saying. So not Mawkzy's main bread and butter, where he's best at, you know, the best at sevens and the like. But yeah, this group's starting out to be really close. I'm going to run some ads and get the next lobby up for you guys. We'll see what's happening on Fear's channel. Up next, we're going to stay with Mawkzy. So Mawkzy's attempt to make it out of the group. He needs a win against Toxic. That's what we're going to be streaming after this one. I didn't hear anything, but I didn't notice it being talked a lot about online either, on socials, which leads me to believe it wasn't really a main storyline. But Atto is really demoing a lot. Atto demos a ton. So, oh my goodness, Mawkzy just lets it roll in. The BM 1-0. I'm trying to remember the number. I think, was it 12 demos? Let me just check how many demos Atto got against NRG in the longest overtime at the tournament. Yeah, he had 12 demos. Which, yes, it's a long overtime, 10 minutes, but that is still a ton of demos on a team who are not easy. NRG are not easy to demo. Atto demoed them 12 times, which is an insane number. It's the most I've seen in a while. So yes, there are still some players who play very head of the ball and very demo heavy. It's just not. It just wasn't as talked about, so yeah, probably I think the casters and the desk are the ones who create those kind of storylines for the most part, and they went with other storylines. That's crossbar, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's okay though. Mawkzy got the demo. I was wondering when he went for this. I was like, this isn't it. Like, that's not on target, but if he gets the demo, then it's not a problem. He can just turn around and score it. Why can't Mawkzy convert anything to threes? Is it just his playstyle? It's partly his playstyle, but also partly, I think, his just his preference. Like, he has always talked about how he just likes being a content creator and likes being a 1v1 guy. That's just something he's always enjoyed, even before there was RLCS 1v1. But, oh, careful. Nicely done. Rezears didn't expect that bounce. He thought it was coming down, and it actually just bounces straight back at him. Look at this. He thought it's going down, and he's like, oh, it's actually up. Second jump, lean back. Yeah, he's had a couple of forays into 3v3, but nothing too serious. I mean, being a pro is not easy. You have to scrim a lot. There's like a lot of replay review stuff. There's usually, if you're with some of the bigger teams, there's other commitments as well. Oh, what a save by Rezears off the inside of his own post. Another good save, but it's going to be Mawkzy in it eventually. And although that looks BM, I think he does in fact just mean what a save. He did mean it, because that was a crazy good save. Yeah, Mawkzy could for sure be a good... he could be a good threes player if he put his mind to it, because he's super mechanical, and his aerial game is very strong as well. But you'd have to really lock in 100% on that for a while. Like, you'd have to leave content and ones as a secondary objective and make his main thing 3v3, because there's too many teams and too many players, especially in Europe, who are all in with 3v3, and they're really giving it everything they've got. So unless Mawkzy's willing to do that, you're not going to see him make the same jump that players like Nas and more recently Diaz have started making. Great play. Rezears with another ceiling double, and this one's on. Doesn't even need a follow-up. But yeah, definitely Mawkzy would have a lot to learn in threes. He would have a long way to go, but his potential is there. If you can get this good at 1v1, you can obviously get good at threes, because 3v3 is a lot easier mechanically than ones is. And the strategy is, I think it's also, it's not that deep. There is strategy, and there are play styles, and there is strategy to 3v3, but it's nothing crazy. It's not chess. You know, it's Rocket League for crying out loud. It's saved by Rezears. Covering high, blocking low. Do you think he should team with other ones players to help him transition? Maybe guys who used to be ones players. I think somebody like Jack, no bias, would be very good at helping Mawkzy get good at threes. He's got experience making that that transition from being a ones rat, full air dribble bump, flick, main. And he's also just, I think, you know, if you're going to learn Rocket League from someone, it might as well be apparently Jack !TNR. Link in the description. It'd be interesting to see that one day. Jack, Mawkzy, who would your third be? What do you think? Who would they need for a third? I think they need someone else who's like threes focused. Jarias? Just run back Jack Jarias again. Why not? Jack Jarias, Mawkzy. What a team. It wasn't the first thought that came to mind. I think they've probably tried that enough. Oh! Rezears with a skim towards his own net. He fakes it on the recovery. Mawkzy left absolutely stunned. He was actually stun locked by that. What a sequence. Rezears searches for a team. Oh yeah, was Rezears leaking stuff? Whoa! Mawkzy slams the post. That was a great shot, but not quite good enough. He's still up by 1 though, in the hunt for a game 5. What was it Rezears leaked on stream recently? There's gotta be something. Mawkzy air dribble bump again. Rezears almost gets back to it, but not quite. 2-goal game. Yeah, somebody in chat must have seen this. I can look it up on Reddit if you don't remember. But I think he leaked something. Because he was speaking German on his live stream, but then somebody just came in and translated. Ah, he was meant to join Man City and they went with someone else last minute. Very interesting. What a ceiling challenge by Rezears, my goodness. He was meant to go to Man City, but it fell through last minute. Oh, Rezears has to reverse away from that one. He was just getting tripped. Oh, wait a minute, no! He's rewarded! There's no such thing as karma. He reverses out the headlock and then just half flips into a bump and a double tap. Not really a double tap. A low rebound. Yeah, didn't Rezears say he's got an NA offer as backup, which people have been speculating could be M80 or something like that. Oh, Rezears is back in front! Mawkzy, oh dear, he's giving it to him. That was super unnecessary. He gave the ball to Rezears and then he drove forward. No, the loser's not out. This is just group stage, so it's not the end of the world, but Rezears winning would be insane. Drive kickoff. Gets him into midfield. This is... Oh, careful. It's a very good position as long as he doesn't own goal. 15 seconds left. Rezears going to continue as he started with aerial offense. Mawkzy defends 1, but he's going to need to defend another. He needs a goal, but he's got some defending to do first. Fake ground pinch by Rezears. And then a perfect top bins finish. That's game over. With 1 second, Mawkzy's got absolutely no chance. He calls GG's. And ladies and gentlemen, Rezears has done it. He takes down Mawkzy in a tournament setting. It is group stage, like I keep saying.